Jade Massentoff, and welcome back to another episode of Bangs and Bruises. Today we have a guest that I'm so excited to interview because this will be new for me. I'm going to get to know her. Y'all are going to get to know her all at the same time. So I want y'all to help me welcome Jamie. Yay! She didn't come to. Okay, all right. So we got the Snoop Dogg, and we got this. You gotta show him. You gotta show him the can.
All right. So Snoop Dogg, I performed for him last night. This was part of the swag bag. He gave me a koozie. I'm drinking Mountain Dew with it because it's green. Because that's one of his colors. And then the shirt.
She got the. Yo, she's Snoop Dogg. Yo, Snoop Dogg. Okay. So. You have to, so let's go ahead and just start off the interview with that, okay? Because you look good. Yeah. I mean, I'm loving the Snoop Dogg and the green. So you said you performed for him last night. Yeah. So when did you get back? Because this was just last night.
So about 3 in the morning.
Ooh, Lord. Okay, 3 in the morning. And how was it? What was that like to be on stage with Snoop Dogg?
I mean, it was completely surreal. It was fucking dope.
I bet.
Yeah, I just was trying to absorb the moment. I wasn't trying to take too many videos because I just wanted to soak it all in.
Yes, oh, I love it. So, y'all, when I went on, it was Facebook first, and I looked and I saw, someone dancing on stage, but it was on her profile, and I clicked on it and said, that looks like. Is that? Yo, that's fucking. I was completely mind blown, and I was like, that is fucking awesome. So congratulations to you for being on stage. I mean, I bet it was an amazing feeling. And look at you, Snoop Dogg. Hey. I love it. So, you being a pole dancer and kind of just getting out there on stage, next to a celebrity like that, I mean, that's freaking awesome. So you have to tell the people how'd you get from, how'd you get where you are today? I mean, because that is an absolute awesome feat. I think every pole dancer right now in the world would love to have been on stage with Snoop Dogg. So tell us a little bit about your story. How did you get into pole dancing to where you are now, dancing on stage with Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, absolutely. So my husband and I deployed to Afghanistan. We were active duty officers in the military, both Army officers, logistics.
Okay.
So we went there, and it was a little bit traumatizing because we heard all the stories from the soldiers saying, hey, we've had a lot of attacks on base, we lost a few people. So it was daunting. So when I first got there, it was very grim. My face turned pale. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking what if I sleep, what if I don't wake up?
Right.
What if I can't react to what's happening? So it was very hard for me and for us. And so when I came back, I was I really need to live my life to the fullest.
Yeah.
I wanted to try something new, something that was completely different from the Army, something I guess bigger than myself. And so I tried pole dancing, and it's the rest is history.
Really? That's crazy. So what year was this? So when did you enlist, and when did you?
Okay, so I commissioned as an officer in the Army in 2013. I'm a West Point graduate. So I've been in the Army for about 7.5 years.
Wow. Okay, long time.
Yeah.
And then when did you get out of the Army?
So September of 2020, and that's when I moved here and took classes at Skypole Fitness.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your pole? You popped the cherry into being and started pole classes. Was it here?
So it was initially at Pole Pressure Richmond in Virginia, and then I loved taking the classes at Butter and Filth. I tried all the studios there, and then Butter and Filth was more my vibe because it was a more sensual style of pole dance, and I love that, and I love the community.
Okay. So how long have you been poling now then?
For 4 years.
4 years. That's awesome. Okay. So that's a good amount of time, and because I remember seeing you when you walked in here. I know we haven't really got the chance to like really talk,
right.
But I was like, dang. I always just recognized your back and how bendy your back was. I mean, it's been getting bendier and bendier since I've seen you. But when I saw you, I was like, okay, she's done pole before. So were you in the Army as well when you started poling? So you started poling then. Okay. So I'm curious to know like what your style is, because you said the sensual was more your style. So is that still your style now?
Yeah, absolutely. I say like sensual and definitely aerial tricks. I love being in the air.
Yeah. So what's your favorite trick then that you do in here?
So I would say my favorite traditional pole trick is cocoon, but right now I love dangerous bird cocoon.
Which isn't that something that you created yourself?
I think so. I've been looking on Instagram and some of the Instagram stars I follow, I know they can do it, but I would like to think so.
Yeah. Oh man, when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck is that? So I'm not bending my back. I'm just not gonna do it. Anyone, you can ask anybody. I mean, I can do a back bend, and stuff like, the basic stuff. But when it comes to what you do, I just absolutely refuse. I just feel like my spine shouldn't be touching my butt, which is amazing what you do. I'd be in complete awe when you do your aerial tricks.
Yeah.
So that's freaking awesome. So with sensual, you say sensual aerial flow, right?
Yeah.
So what do you not like doing? So what is like your, I don't do this. This is not what I do. I don't like to do this.
I don't do fucking drops because when I do like the ball drop, I feel like I'm smashing like my guts, like my intestines. I don't like doing flips. She knows this. I don't like kips.
No.
Remember in class?
Yes. She's like, I'm not.
You're like, you have the form. I'm like, no.
You're like, She. It's funny. I feel like now more than 50% of the instructors here just refuse to flip and kip and drop. I think that's now just only a me and pistol thing. I think we're the only ones who would do it. But it's a healthy balance, though, right?
It's good.
I mean, because we all have our own styles, and I just find it so funny that y'all be like, I'm not flipping, I'm not kipping, I'm not dropping. He was like, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what has been the hardest part of your journey? I know that you being in Afghanistan and then you decided to get into pole dancing. I can only imagine how deep your story really goes. But I would love for you to share what you think that was like, this was so hard for me when getting into pole.
Definitely. So I think pole is a challenge. So I mean, I think we all look at the amazing like men and women that are professionals. They win all the pro competitions. They perform for big celebrities. And I immediately when I came to class, like I want to flip upside down. I want to do all this crazy shit, but it takes time to build those muscles. And it was very frustrating that I wasn't making the progress I did. I think I definitely overworked myself. I was taking 5 classes a week. I got a pole, and I was doing pole 3 to 4 times a week at my home in addition to, so 8 to 9 times a week. And I was getting minor injuries here and there, and like I had to just like, part of being in the Army, like it's all go, work fucking hard. If you get injured, you still gotta, buckle up. You still have to keep running if you're injured. So like I had that sort of mentality for pole, and like I realized like if I want this for the long run, I need to like nurture myself. I need to take care of myself. I need to take rest. It's okay if I don't progress as quickly as other girls. I can't compare myself to other people.
Right.
Yeah.
So recovery was like the hardest thing for you.
Yes.
I relate to that on a personal level, truly, because I guess the athlete in me. So I don't know if you know, I used to run track, like my whole life since I was a little girl into collegiate, and I never knew what recovery was until I got injured. And so they always had me in the training room, and I was just like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I need to get better, but I never understood how important it really was. And then it kind of screwed me over in pole too, because I didn't recover. I was like, I'm sore and I'm hurting, and I was doing the same thing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You can ask Sky, I was here every day. On top of doing pole at home. So I didn't take care of my body, and it got to the point where I couldn't walk. I had to go to the chiropractor. So I relate with you on that, being one of the hardest things. And that's really deep. Do you think that if you would have kept on going in that fashion, you wouldn't be poling?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my first injury with pole was a few months, and I had a snapping hip syndrome. So it was hard for me to do Gemini and Scorpio because it's a lot of hip rotation when you're switching back and forth with that. I mean, I've sprained my ankles in the Army. Like, I had non-pole related injuries because mind you, I was doing pole 5 times a week, 4 times a week at my home, and I was also doing Army. I was still doing physical fitness for Army. So.
Man, that's a lot. You must. I mean, you obviously look great and you're in shape, but I can only imagine doing that. On top of pole.
Right.
Like, how stacked you haven't been to be doing that. I mean, but I'm glad that you treat your body with love now.
Yeah.
So after you've done through all of this, you finally conquered your, hardest obstacle. What brings you the most joy in doing all of this?
So right now, it'd definitely be teaching. What brings me most joy is showing the girls all the tricks that I love, showing them like why I fell in love with pole dance without really saying it, by showing, and having their faces light up when they nail a pretty cool trick. And yeah, that's what I would say is the best part.
I love that. 'Cause I feel like as instructors, I feel like that's what we all truly have in common. We just love to help the next woman feel just as powerful as we do, and just making them happy to do what it is that we're doing. So that's awesome. All right, I want to play a game.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and get into this game before I ask you another question, because I feel like I kind of have a gist of who you are as a polar, but I still don't, because like I said, I haven't really got to I've watched you, but I haven't got a chance to be around you enough. So this game is going to be really cool, I feel like, for me to get to know you. And we're actually going to start off with the game of Name That Trick.
Okay.
Name That Trick. So I'm going to just call out some letters, and I need you to tell me the first trick that comes to mind.
All right.
And I'm really curious because, I feel like, I'm just so curious about you, because I feel like at the end of the day, you're still a mystery to me, because you're just I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I'm just going to, throw out some letters in random order. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. L.
Oh, okay. Already. Laid back.
P.
Paranormal. I don't know how to say that. Quinn knows the trick.
Okay.
I want to say paranoid, but it's like paranoid. I don't know. No, it's this really bendy, twisty shape. You're upside down, and
that's not my forte, so I couldn't help you.
I'm gonna call it paranoid.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. H.
Helix.
V.
Violator.
T.
Pass.
C.
Cocoon.
B.
Ballerina.
S.
Setoid.
Okay. I'm sorry. E.
Eagle.
And F.
Fonzie.
Love it. Okay, love it. All right, cool. But you didn't do T. You still have to think of T.
Why? I don't know. I'll say T-Rex.
I don't know.
Is that a pole move?
That's not a move. Okay, it's fine. We'll come back to T. But the ones I was thinking you would say like a tulip or or a Titanic.
Titanic. Wow.
She said T-Rex. That's going down in history. Okay.
I'm gonna name a pole move after that.
You should. You should. I mean, you already creating tricks. You're dangerous bird cocoon.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, come on. Go ahead and just create a dangerous T-Rex.
Yeah.
Fuck it, because I mean, at this point, you're already there. Okay, cool. So this question is actually interesting because you don't technically have one.
Right.
Is your pole dancer name? So Jamie is you're just Jamie, right?
Yes.
You did never wanted a pole dancer name, or it just never came, or just never happened, or?
I mean, it just never came. I mean, like I like Jamie because of the E sound, so it gets my like attention when it says Jamie, you know. So.
Okay, so like oui.
Yeah.
Like French.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamie. Okay, cool. So if you do happen to like a name, would you change it, or you think Jamie is what's gonna be? It's interesting to know.
It's just I thought about Stella because I like to think I'm a star, you know.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
But I would have to change my Instagram name and like rebrand, and I have to think about it.
No, I understand that because when you change your name, everything has to really change with it. I totally get that. So I was just curious to know because you know, you've been polling for 4 years. I was like, maybe she just doesn't like any name that was given to her, or you just wanted to stick with Jamie, which I love. I mean, that's just who you are. That's your name. So when I hear your name anyways, I think of the dangerous bird cocoon. Yeah. And now I'm gonna think of dangerous T-Rex when you create one. I love it. So who's your biggest supporter in your pole journey?
So that's definitely my husband Max.
Yeah.
So I remember telling him I was gonna take a pole dance class. I was showing him YouTube videos. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. So like I ventured out by myself. And he was just very supportive because I was gone a lot. Because I was like he said, I was like obsessed. I was going to class. I was going every night. And I felt bad because we weren't spending time together, and I really had to carve out time together. But he drove me to my first pole competition in Philadelphia.
Okay.
He's been to every single showcase at all the pole studios I've done showcases at. Mm-hmm. He even flew to Seattle with me to do a pole competition for PSO Northwest. Yeah, we did it on a whim. We just did it for fun.
Really?
Yeah. So he's been everywhere, through my pole journey.
That's amazing. I love that. So I kind of want to talk about this too, now that you're mentioning that's what I didn't know, that you've competed and traveled and did everything. I know that you're going to be performing at PoleCon this year. Please tell everybody, what's that about? For viewers who don't know, what's that about, and how did you get to perform at PoleCon?
Absolutely. So International PoleCon, I haven't been before, but from what I've been reading about it, it's bringing the whole community together. It's not a competition. It's to showcase what the community can do, and I think it's very powerful. And I love that it brings all the pole dancers together. It doesn't matter if you're a professional or an amateur. Right. I just from what I've been seeing on YouTube and their website, it's a pretty amazing experience.
It is, absolutely. And you're performing too, right? So I want them to know what day that is, at what time, so if people want to be like, you know what, I want to go see Jamie perform, where can they find you at?
Yeah, absolutely. So PoleCon takes place June 2nd through June 5th this year in Atlanta, Georgia. So I might be first in the chute. June 2nd is when I perform, 6 p.m. For the Para Showcase. So the Para Showcase is for people with disabilities, including people with invisible disabilities. So I have an invisible disability.
Okay,
Yeah.
Do you mind elaborating on that? Because I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I mean it's related to Afghanistan.
Oh, okay.
so-
Then we don't have to speak about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I didn't know about that, and like I said, I'm getting to know you. But I definitely don't want to talk about anything that's gonna trigger anything. For sure. But that's amazing. I didn't know that. So the showcase is
It's Parapole.
Parapole. Okay, love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So I'm glad that they get to know now. So if y'all happen to be in Atlanta or wherever, go check her out. I would love to go. You know, I want to go so bad. But that's neither near here or there. So, I guess I want to really talk about what you kind of do outside of pole. So I know that all the instructors here have something that they do outside of pole. Is this just it, or what do you do beyond the pole?
Yeah, so right now I'm a logistics officer for a giant trucking company. I mean, that translated well with my experience being a transportation logistics officer in the Army. So I'm continuing doing like what I sort of did in the Army, just on the civilian side.
Yeah, that's awesome. So does people outside of your husband know that you do this?
Oh, pole dance?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, because I can't help but talk about it.
You about to know what I do. Okay?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so they definitely know. So like, do your coworkers know too, or?
I haven't told them yet. I think I might tell my coworker tomorrow, like, yo, I perform for Snoop Dogg, you know? Like,
yeah, girl.
he's gonna be like, what?
Like, I got proof too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You have to send me that video if you have it. I wanna let people know what the look. You got me dropping my pen and shit.
I need to drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, I know. Drop it like it's hot. I'm so done with you. Okay. I love it. I'm so excited. I really want to show everybody. When you have talked to like people about pole or maybe on social media, do you feel like you get negative like comments about what you do, or do you think it's been very supportive so far?
I think it's been very supportive. I think it's more surprise, shock, that there's a whole community around it. There's competitions, there's pole fitness classes. It really surprises people. That it's like a hidden gem or a hidden community that people didn't know about.
Right. I do think that pole it's a small niche, but when people start to dive into it or just even hear a little bit about it, they're like in awe.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope. So I have 2 more questions for you before we get into our demo, because they have to see you dance. I mean, you dance for Snoop Dogg, so now they have to see you dance.
Yeah.
What has pole done for you? I know you already went into it. I know you said you just wanted to get away, do something different for you. But what has it ultimately done for you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's given me time for myself. I mean, because being at West Point, the Army, you don't really have time for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave me time for myself. It challenged me in different ways that I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it's like it was a form of self-care for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think it made you more confident? Do you think it just gave you, let me see, a sense of belonging? Like, what do you think there's something more deeper into what pole has done for you as far as giving you, on top of the time for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like all the above. It definitely a sense of belonging. The community is amazing. I think that translated over well. Like having like the Army community and then having the pole community was awesome. And just I can't thank this community enough. Like for what it's done for me, and for everybody.
That's awesome. I love to hear it. So my final question for you is, what is your ultimate goal in your pole journey? Like, what will, when you've reached this point, it's just like, you know, I'm satisfied.
Right.
Like, what is that? What would that ultimate goal for you is?
So it's interesting to say that because first, you know, a few months ago, I wanted to be an instructor.
Mhm.
So I'm an instructor now.
Yeah.
I wanted to perform for PoleCon, and then, you know, I got the, a few months ago, I got the acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, I was thinking like, oh, I mean, that'd be cool to dance for Snoop Dogg, you know, someday. And then, you know, minutes before, like, hey, you're going. And I was like, what? No! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Like, and so I'm like, wow, what's the next goal for me?
Yeah.
And I gotta find something tangible. As I don't have something tangible quite yet, but right now is just spreading the love and joy I have for pole for all the amazing people that go here. Just showing them, unlocking like all the amazing tricks that I love, and just, you know, hoping they love it too, and just unlocking all the women that come here, like their pole goals.
Right, absolutely. I love it. I'm really excited to see what you do next. At this point, I feel like I've just been blown away by all the things that you're accomplishing. And I feel like just overcoming what you've been through and still being able to push and do this and love it and not, you know, just embrace it all and doing it for you, to me is just absolutely beautiful. I feel like women, sometimes we get caught up in, you know, certain things where we don't do enough for ourselves, right?
Right.
And I feel like pole is definitely a community where you're supported for doing the things that you want to do, right? And I'm just so happy for you. I mean, your spirit, your energy, you're such an awesome person, and then you're getting to do all of these wonderful things in a community that supports you 100%. You know, that's just absolutely amazing. So I'm really, really excited for everyone to see your style, you know, and just to put it all out there. So if you're ready.
I'm fucking ready.
Are you?
I'm fucking ready.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Before we get started, is there anything that you want to say, anything that you want to leave all out before we get going?
Oh, thank you for organizing this for all of us. Like, yeah, this means a lot to all of us that you're putting yourself out there and just showing good face for us.
Yeah, I want to make a bigger community, you know. I feel like there's not enough people who know about you. Like, we're so as soon as we tell somebody, like, we do it, like, not, I mean, some of us, we have a great, you know, of course, support, but like the outsiders that truly just don't know about this community, I mean, we get looked down upon immediately, you know. And I just want to let people know that it's more than just dancing on a pole and shaking our ass or whatever else you think we do. You know, we're people, you know. I mean, we're people that do things outside of this. This is just something we love to do. So thank you for saying that, because I really do. I'm enjoying this. I enjoy this immensely, and I want you guys to enjoy it as well and tell your story. You know, I feel like there's not enough platforms for pole dancers to tell their stories. So that's really awesome for me. But anyways, before I get all emotional, we got to get into this pole style. We have to see it. So everybody, please stay tuned. We are about to get into Jamie's pole style, and she's about to show y'all what a future T-Rex, dangerous T-Rex might look like in the future. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll see you later. Thank you.
Hello, y'all. My name is Jamie. I've been an instructor at Skypole Fitness for 2 months now. I've been poling for 4 years, and I can't wait to show you my personal pole style of central aerial flow.